Is your small business growing? That's the question we address right here on the Grow Your Biz Show. It's where we interview strategic entrepreneurs who inform and inspire you on your solopreneur or small company journey. Thanks for joining us on this episode of the Grow Your Biz Show. Hello and welcome to episode number 84 of the Grow Your Biz Show. I'm your host, Paul Madsen, and the founder of growmedia.com. Shelby, growmedia.com helps small business owners to create their perfect sales pitch and to find their perfect market niche. That's what we do at growmedia.com. This is Shelby Helt, and she is the success coach and independent sales director with Mary Kay. We're going to learn all about Shelby right after we thank our sponsor. ActionCoachOmaha.com is the global leader in business coaching for small businesses and businesses of all sizes. If you need to clarify your business and if you need to have some accountability in your business, contact Jim Barger at ActionCoachOmaha.com. Welcome back. We are here with Shelby Helt, and she again is a sales director with Mary Kay. More importantly, she's a success coach for people. And Shelby, welcome to the program.
Thanks, Paul. I appreciate being here.
I'm so happy you could come and we can get together and do this.
Yes.
It'll be lots of fun. Shelby, I'm just going to jump right in. Tell us, what business are you in?
Okay, so like you said, I'm a success coach and independent sales director with Mary Kay, and I allow women to put their best face forward.
Okay. And how do you do that?
So I use the product in helping women get the skincare results that they want, but then I also get to help women achieve their dreams and build self-confidence and personally grow.
Wow, it's more than just makeup.
It is, yes.
Yeah, and that's why you're here, because Shelby is a success coach. She helps women, and I've seen her in action, and she's everywhere, all over town, first of all, but she helps women to grow, is the bottom line. And so why could I not have her on the Grow Your Biz Show? Well, Shelby, how long have you done this work?
So I've been building my business for 10 years. However, my first 7 were very much a side hustle.
Okay.
So within the last 3, I've gotten a lot more intentional and really consistently worked my business and helped women not only with the product but also in the mentoring side as well.
Well, tell me a little bit more about that mentoring. That's the fascinating part to me. Again, you're helping them to start their own businesses, right?
Correct,
yes.
yes.
And tell me about that process.
Yes, so every woman that I mentor has their own independent business. I'm not her boss, which is great,
Yeah.
But I really get to help her move her along the process and show her what's available, what the company offers, and then hold her dreams in my hands, essentially,
Yeah.
and encourage her and believe in her.
Wow. Well, tell me how you pull those dreams out of your group.
Sure. So it's a lot of questions. I think a lot of times as people, we like to be heard, and so sometimes when we're with someone, we're not fully engaged. And so what I really try and do is ask a lot of open-ended questions, and then tell me more, tell me more.
Well, I just heard a TED Talk, and that was the punchline of the TED Talk, tell me more.
Right.
3 words that can help propel your life, I think it was called, tell me more. And you do that with women. I mean, how often in the day-to-day hustle and bustle of life, how often does someone ask any of us, what are your dreams?
Right.
And tell me what you hear when you ask that. Do people just kind of stop and drop? Or like, I never thought about it. What happens?
Yeah, I think a lot of times it's a deer in the headlight
Yeah.
look, as little kids,
someone cares about me?
Right, as little kids we're told you can do anything, you can dream big, but then as we move into adulthood, we get jobs and we kind of the same day over and over again, we stop thinking that our dream we had as a little kid could actually happen.
Yeah.
So.
And so you're pulling them back to childhood
I
sometimes.
am, yes.
But that's terrific because, again, they got soccer practice or they jobs or works or family and all those distractions. And here's Shelby, and she cares about my dreams. Right. I love that you hold the dreams in your hand. That's terrific. Well, Shelby, I think I know the answer to the question, but I'm going to ask it anyway. Why are you in this business?
So I'm in this business because I love helping people. I love helping them believe in themselves, and I truly believe that we can't give anything away that we don't already have. So if you're a parent and you don't have confidence, you're not able to show your children what confidence is.
That's beautiful. Yeah, and so yeah, you okay, very interesting. More about why you're in the business. What motivates you to do this?
Sure. So I believe in our product. I mean, I had terrible acne growing up, and so the product completely changed my skin.
Wow.
So that's amazing. But then the culture of our company. Our company was created for the betterment of women, to empower women to live the life that they wanted. And I enjoy that part of it, that women can still have a career but stay home with their children if they want. They can choose to put their family ahead of their job. They can choose to put their faith ahead of their job. So I think our culture is the biggest thing for me.
And how does that make you feel when you help them with this?
It just fills me up. I mean, I think as people, we want to know that we're helping. And the fact that I get to make a positive impact in someone's day, whether I'm working with them on a professional sense or just passing.
Right.
I want to leave them better than when I found them.
Sure. And tell me about your group. How big a group of ladies do you have?
Sure. So I mentor 30 women.
30. Wow.
Right. And we're growing every day. And all of my women, this is a side hustle for them. So they either have a full-time career, a part-time career, or stay home with their families. Yeah. And it's great because they get to put their business into their life, and it kind of ebbs and flows with them.
Well, that's nice. I mean, I'm self-employed also, and I have that is the nice piece of it, because you can have some control of your schedule. You schedule when you want to schedule things, and that alone is a nice feature, isn't it?
Definitely.
And yet your women have an income, or they have an opportunity to a big income in some cases.
Right.
If depends on how much they put into it, I suppose, right?
Yes, yes.
Well, that's great. Great stories. I can sense your passion, and I think that's why you're here, to help those women out, and it just comes. I can sense that.
Thank you.
Shelby, tell us. I mean, there are a lot of. The beauty industry is a huge industry,
right?
And there's a lot of players and a lot of non-players and a lot of scoundrels and a lot of everything.
Right.
And I'm just wondering what differentiates. There's a word. You from the rest, and your company from the rest.
Sure. So I think the biggest thing that differentiates Mary Kay from other companies in the beauty industry is that our priorities are God first, family second, career third. We were founded by a woman who wanted to create a business that would empower others to achieve anything they wanted to. We are LEED certified, which is a really big deal. We're zero landfill. We are on the forefront of stopping animal testing.
Okay.
We have a Mary Kay Foundation that not only is helping to eradicate cancers that affect women, but also domestic violence. Wow. So all of those things encompassed together, it's a pretty big deal.
That is those are some pretty big agenda items. And,
yes.
But how large is the Mary Kay organization, in case people don't know about it? I mean, tell me about the big umbrella company. Sure.
So our corporate office is in Dallas, Texas, and we have hundreds of thousands of consultants all over the United States, but then all over the world.
Yeah. Wow.
We're in 40 world markets, so not only are we able to help women in the United States, but other countries as well.
Wow. Well, that's a big footprint. And,
right.
And you as I've heard the phrase in business. On your own, but not alone. Does that apply in your situation?
Definitely, definitely. In Mary Kay, your mentors are built in, so you don't have a boss that tells you what to do, but you always have someone that's there for you to answer a question, to help you along the way. And then we have family groups in Mary Kay.
Okay.
So the woman that brought me in, she's like my mama. Yeah. And then I have my national sales director who's like my grandma.
Okay. But, I've never heard it put that way. I like it. It's much more warm and family oriented. Keeps the business edge off it.
Definitely.
I imagine the friendships and the relationships you have are just priceless, right?
Oh, they are. Yeah. They are. Some of my best friends I've met in this company.
That's terrific. And a national organization, and they have all the technology support and everything that you need, I'm sure.
Oh, for sure. We just finished a manufacturing facility in Dallas, Texas. It's over 8 football fields big, 450,000 square feet.
Holy cow.
And we have a group of scientists from all over the world that are creating ingredients and products that the industry has never even seen.
Wow.
So
cutting edge, it sounds
it is.
like.
It definitely
Well, that's
is.
terrific. Well, that's the big picture, the Mary Kay picture. How about the Shelby picture? Tell me about what makes you different as a Mary Kay salesperson.
Sure. So I'm definitely a self-proclaimed tomboy. I know that I don't look like it today.
No.
Mary Kay asks us to dress professionally. So when I do work, I wear a skirt or a dress. But when I'm on my farm with my husband, I'm jeans, boots, t-shirt, ponytail girl. So
I've seen her with that look. She has cowboy boots. She has a plaid shirt, and she has jeans, even though she looks great today. So that of course very, like you say, put your best face forward.
Right.
And then the company encourages that. Anything else about you? What makes you different and your group different?
Yeah, so I'm really real with people. I feel like you need to be genuine when you're with someone. They don't want to see this perfect model of a person. They want to know that they can relate to you. So I laugh a lot when I'm with someone. I tell people I'm a self-proclaimed weirdo. So I'm the funniest thing walking around, and when you sit down with me, I'm going to make you feel amazing. I'm going to help you realize that you have gifts and talents that you were given for a reason, and that you don't need to want someone else's.
Wow, and that kind of goes back to the reason why you were in the business in the first place, and that serving others type of thing. I think isn't that maybe a good word for it? Serving.
That's a great, great word.
Serving them and helping them to grow and things like that. Well, let's back up a little more to that farm girl story. How did you get started? Why did you get started 10 years ago as a part-time side hustle? Why Mary Kay? What was your situation at that time? And tell us more.
Sure. So I was going to college at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
I've heard of that.
Studying agricultural business.
Okay.
I thought my dream was to feed the world.
Okay.
At that point, I was very insecure, so I would borrow other people's dreams because I thought they sounded really good.
That's interesting.
Yeah, and so I thought, well, his dream is to feed the world. Maybe that's my dream too. So I went into agriculture because I love the people associated with it. I love the hardworking attitude. And Mary Kay just really kind of fell on my lap. I tried the product, fell in love with it. It made my skin feel great. Tried it, cleared everything up, my acne. And my mentor sat me down and said, did you realize that you could work this business part-time, make some extra money,
Not only just enjoy the products, but you could also have it as a business.
Right,
right. What was your reaction when someone said to you, you could have a business? I mean, you're plugged into the agribusiness, huge corporate America, Nebraska cornfields as far as the eye can see, and someone said, Shelby, you can have a business. What was your reaction to that?
I was excited because I had my own produce stand when I was in high school.
So nothing too new for you.
Right, yeah. My parents knew that hard work was going to be important, and I needed to learn. Nothing's just given to you. So I had my own produce business, and I thought, well, heck, I'll give it a shot. There's nothing to lose.
You're already selling products.
Right.
Don't sell the Mary Kay next to the produce.
Right, exactly. Yeah, two different things.
Two different worlds. And so tell us about you made the decision. You said, I'm going to maybe transfer some of my selling skills from produce to the beauty world. And tell us the early days. Tell us what happened. Your first reaction, like, I got to make a sales call, or I got to recruit somebody, or tell us the bumps.
Yeah, so it was, in the beginning, it was a little scary. I mean, it was fearful for me because I didn't know if I was going to do well. Okay. But it was exciting because of all the opportunity there was.
Right.
And so I saw the opportunity. I knew I wanted to be a leader in some capacity.
And they had laid this out to you that you could be.
Yes. So I started down that path, and because of belief in myself, that didn't happen right away.
Okay.
And I thought, well, hey, maybe...
Well, you were old. You're 20 years
19,
old?
20.
Yeah.
Right. I thought maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I should just focus on selling the product, and I'll just play in that field.
Right.
And so I did for about 5 or 6 years.
Okay.
I did that.
Right. And got better and better at it.
I did.
More confident.
Yes, I sold a ton of products because I loved it.
Okay.
But
and you believed in it.
I did.
Right?
I never allowed myself to move into that leadership side because I thought that's not for me. That's not for me.
You never. Okay. 5 years, you're moving a lot of product. Didn't really see yourself.
No.
That way. Well, what shifted? What changed the tide?
So what changed for me was I went to a corporate training that Mary Kay offered here in Omaha, and there was a woman on stage telling her story. It was very similar to mine. She started at the same time. However, she was working her business more intentionally, and at the age of 25 wrote a $10,000 check to purchase her first home.
Wow.
And I was 25 sitting in the audience thinking, I don't have $10,000 in my bank account. What have I been doing? And I just became more intentional and consistent in working.
Sure.
And then in 6 months became a sales director.
Sure. You know, I think it's important for our viewers to remember that as people jump in and grow in a business, it doesn't just happen right away. And we're ready for, I love the phrase that when you're ready for a thing, it will appear. And that's what happened to you, isn't it? That somebody appeared and had a similar story to you, and it appeared. So the point I'm trying to make is it's iterative, isn't it? I mean, things progress and progress. I mean, I was working with a client the other day, and I had my own aha moment, and I said, well, I could take this a whole different way. And I've been messing around with this for 20 years. And so, you know, it continues to evolve. And I think people need to give themselves a break, don't they? That, you know, I mean, when you jumped in at age 20, you didn't, you weren't a pro at it. You didn't know what you're doing. You had a lot of doubts and all that. But this woman told her story, and tell us about the early stages of you being a leader then, about how that all worked out for you.
Sure. So,
and I ask the question because I know a lot of our viewers, I think, are people who are, I want to start a business. I don't know how. I don't know what to do. What are my skills? I don't have any skills. I know you have some answers for them, but tell us your story that way about how you decided to make this a full-time gig.
Right. So Mary Kay always had a saying that if you show up, you go up. So we have different training opportunities in our company weekly and then monthly and quarterly. And so I just decided that I was going to put the time in. I was going to put myself in front of people that were where I wanted to be. The mentoring is built in, so I hooked up with my sales director and I said, show me what to do. Show me how to talk to someone about the business. Show me how to approach someone and talk about what I do. And through doing that over and over.
They were in that same spot themselves. They grew into that position. Now they're helping you grow through it as well.
Correct.
Interesting. Yeah. And so it's not somebody armchair quarterbacking, you know, telling you what to do, or not your boss, but instead they mentor you along. Were you open? Were you a good student? Or tell us how long it took to sink in.
Sure. So I would say in my first 5 years, I was not open and teachable.
Yes.
But then I had that experience where I heard that story of the woman on stage, and I thought, okay, they're obviously doing something correctly. They are successful. I'm going to follow them. And through a lot of listening, a lot of putting myself in situations that made me a little unnerved, I would grow my confidence.
Sure.
Because I always say, stretch yourself a little bit. I guarantee you it's not going to kill you. And then you're going to grow in your confidence.
Right. Well, that's what they say, is it's not, failure is when you stop trying again. You know, we're all going to get knocked down, and we're all going to learn new things, and it's failure is when you stop.
Right.
And you didn't stop. Well, tell us about some of those knocks, the smacks upside the head. I mean, you made a sales call on a woman you thought was a sure deal that she was going to be in your group or buy a lot of product, and she slammed the door, whatever. Do you have any of those stories?
Oh, definitely.
we don't have enough time, right?
There are so many no's.
Yeah.
And the thing that I had to learn is that when I was working with someone, whether in a booking situation or a recruiting situation, she told me no, it wasn't a personal thing.
Right.
My mentor always told me, Shelby, if you offered someone a piece of gum and they said no, would that hurt your feelings? And I said, of course not. She said it's the same thing with our product and with our business. We're not for everyone, and that's okay. They're not rejecting you personally. They're just saying, no, not right now.
If they offered you a piece of gum and they said no, if you offered them a piece of gum and they said no, would that hurt your feelings? That's a nugget. That's a keeper right there. Because, I mean, when I started the show saying that I help people find their sales pitch. And they go out there and sell. I mean, small business people, the hardest thing, isn't it, sometimes for them to sell, to promote their products, promote their services, whatever. But if if they have that mindset that you're just talking about, boil it down as a piece of gum. I think we need to have a piece of gum as a symbol,
right?
to remember this, that nugget of gold. So, and anything else, other rough stories, speed bump stories that you hit along the way?
Oh boy, there were a lot of goals that I missed.
Okay.
I think if you hit every single goal that you have, your goal isn't big enough.
There you go.
Right.
Good.
So you need to be able to stretch yourself.
Did you have any of those door slammings or a phone hanging up on you or anything like that? I know you're not a hardcore salesperson. You're a relationship salesperson, so you probably didn't have that because you're you.
Yeah, I've never had someone like slam the door in my face, but I've had a lot of no-shows.
Well, you don't go door to door,
right?
So it doesn't. What am I talking about? I mean, figuratively is
correct,
what I mean. Yeah.
Yes.
And, well, of course, there's no-shows. And how does that make you feel?
It used to hurt me.
How do you deal with it?
It used to hurt me. Now I've gotten to the point where I realize that our product isn't something that every single person is going to want. I truly believe that our product will benefit every single person. I truly believe that our opportunity could bless every single person, but I also understand that not everyone is going to look at our two avenues and say, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, I mean, no business is like that.
Right.
I can't think of any business where everybody says yes to everything. I mean, if that was the case, they could charge millions of dollars for all of their product, and people just sure, why not?
Right.
So it doesn't work that way.
Right.
And I like your phrase. There are so many no's. I mean, tell us a little bit more about that. I mean, how do you get through all those no's for the listeners who are trying to sell their product? How did you get through that, and what advice do you have for them to get through that?
Sure. I think understanding that my worth wasn't in their hands.
Beautiful.
Like, someone telling me no doesn't make me less than, right?
Right.
So if someone doesn't want to work with me, that's okay. I'm one step closer to that next yes.
Yeah, that's beautiful. One step closer to the next yes. As we're getting lower on time here, I wanted to make sure, in case, I don't know if it's possible, in case someone really doesn't know what direct selling is, what Mary Kay is, I mean, tell briefly, about how someone can just be a product person or build their own group or something like that. Just give us an outline of the structure of the organization. We've talked about the big picture,
right,
but the day-to-day for someone considering being involved with somebody like you.
Sure. So a direct sales company, as an independent contractor, I purchase directly from Mary Kay, and then I give my products or sell my products to my customer. Okay. So a lot of women that join our company, they want just to make a little bit extra fun money on the side, and our compensation plan is one of the best in the country. Yeah. As far as the recruiting side goes, it's relatively inexpensive to get started. You have that mentor that buddies up with you and says, hey, what do you want to do? What do you want out of your business? This is everything that's available. It's kind of like a buffet. You get to choose what you want. That's so nice.
That's so nice. And there's a structure there already.
Right.
There's a structure there already. Well, as we wrap up, Shelby, go ahead and tell the viewers what advice you have for them from the heart for starting their own business, whether it's direct selling, whether it's something from scratch, whether it's something that they're going to scale into a big situation. Based on your years as an independent business person, give them all the help they need.
Okay.
Tell them where to go, what to do.
All right. Okay. Well, first of all, just be intentional with your everyday, and know that when you work every single day towards your goal, you'll eventually get to that dream that you want. Don't compare your movie, to their highlight reel. In the world of social media, when it's everyone's best of the best is out there, that's all you see, we sometimes start to second guess ourselves. And I want you to know that you are where you are for a reason, and that if God placed a dream in your heart, He's not going to not allow you to realize it. Recognize your blessings. When you feel like you're stuck or you're frustrated, the easiest way to get on that happy side of the scale is to write down some of the things that you're grateful for, whether it's your home, your family, the ability to work, your voice, your vehicle, all of those things. And if that doesn't work, Mary Pat Rayner, a national sales director, she always said, bake a cake and take it to the neighbors because they'll be excited.
I love it.
They'll be excited and you will not be upset anymore.
I love it. I love it. Bake a cake and take it to the neighbors.
Right.
On your worst day, do
Exactly.
that. And again, that's about serving and getting it outside of yourself. And
Yes, it's a great way to put it.
There's so many great nuggets of wisdom you have. I'm just going to try to summarize a couple of them.
Okay.
I have to read them because I don't get them memorized.
Okay.
But you know, the organization gives people the empowerment they want. I love Shelby's talking about. She borrowed from other people's dreams, and that's just you know, a lot of us don't have the confidence at first or the savvy or whatever. But she was borrowing from other people's dreams until she moved up into having her own dreams, and now she's helping other people achieve their dreams.
Yes.
And that's beautiful. That's great. The gratitude journal, you know, that's a great tool for all of us to use. There are so many no's. Just, you know, it's going to happen. But remember the gum.
Right?
The gum. Remember the gum. And lastly, don't compare your movie to others. I love that. You know, this is all great stuff, Shelby. We'll have your contact information on the screen as far as how people can reach you.
Wonderful.
Tell them, do you have a website, LinkedIn? What else? Any ways to reach you in particular?
Sure. So people can reach me on Facebook, Shelby Weigel Helt. I'm on Instagram, Shelby Helt MK.
Okay.
And just reach out to me, call me, email me. I'm here for you.
You won't be sad if you do. Shelby's a wonderful person, and I think she'd be great to be in business with, and or to be a customer of hers as well. Shelby, thank you so much for coming out.
Thank you so
You're
much,
great,
Paul.
great to talk. We could talk all day, I think.
Yes,
but,
I think so.
Here we go. So until next week. Play this one back because it's got a lot of good stuff into it. But next week we'll have another show, and until that time, go on out and grow something.